Damn, it's a rich thing.
The first step that you want to do is make sure you have this Load Character Light plugin by Already Pro. So you want to make sure you install it, and I already have it, so I'm not going to. But once you install it, it should open up Roblox Studio for you. So for today's example, I'm going to be using this background right here. So basically, what you want to do is go up to the top where it says plugins, click on your Load Character plugin. You're going to want to type in your username, and then you're going to want to click Spawn and Origin. I don't know why it looks like that. And then hit Spawn R6. And then as you can see, your character should pop up right there. So to find a background, go to your toolbox, which you could access it by going to going to View and then clicking on this toolbox right here. Or you can go to the bottom where it says Toolbox and just click on it. So basically you can go in the search bar and search GFX background, and there's a lot to choose from. Or you could even search aesthetic room, which I think is how I found this one. So just find one that you like and then left click and drag it onto your base plate. And then once you find one you like, all you have to do is left click and select, oopsie, don't want to select that one back there. Just left click and select the whole model. If it's not already one piece, this one isn't, so I have to do it like this. So once you have all the parts selected, just right click anywhere up here where it's highlighted, and then go down to where it says Export Selection. I save it to desktop because I just find it's easier, and I'm going to name it GFX Room, and you're going to click Save. So now we're going to do the same thing but for your character. So you're just going to click on your character, right click on your name, and then hit Export Selection. And I'm going to name it ethxree GFX. And then hit Save. Okay, so once you export both your character and your GFX background, now it's pretty much done with Roblox Studio, and what you're going to want to do is go to the link down below and download this file and open it up. But what it basically is a woman rig, so that when you open up Blender, everything will be where it's supposed to be and a lot easier for you. So I will put the link in the description for you to download it. So once you download it, open it up and double click on rig, and then this Blender default file should show up, and then just double click on that and it should open up Blender for you automatically. If you don't have Blender, I will put the link in the description for that as well. Alright guys, so when you open up Blender, it should look something like this, or I guess I should say when it opens up automatically. So now I'm going to show you guys a few general tools of how to move around Blender and stuff like that. So to move around, just hold down Shift and the little like squiggly line thing, I don't know what it's called, and then you should enter move mode, and then just use WASD in order to move around freely. And then to get out of moving mode, just click anywhere on your screen. Now first we need to delete this head, so click B on your keyboard and then click and drag over the head. If it selects everything like it did, just click off and you might just have to select the top part and it should select the head. So then just hit X on your keyboard and then delete. I don't know why the tongue's still there, but I'm going to delete that. So now we're going to add the texture of the clothes. So you're going to want to left click on the torso, go up to this right button at the top right. It looks like a little graph thing called editor type, click on it, and go over to shader editor. You're gonna see this weird graphy thingy. It looks really complicated, but I swear it's not. Scroll in till you find the orange box that says texture. It's right about here next to mapping and this mixed color diffuse box. So you're gonna want to go to texture, click on the, and then you're just gonna want to go to wherever you saved the your character file. So I saved mine to my desktop, and it should have your name or whatever you named it, and then text.png. You open up your character file. Your clothes should load onto your character just like this. And so now what we want to do is just adjust a few settings in Blender that will just help later on. What you're going to want to do is go up to this first little like TV icon almost looking thing, and you're going to want to go down, change the render to 160. Then you're going to want to scroll down to where it says film. Scroll down and check off transparent. Then go to, and then under tiles, change the tiles to 16 and 16 instead of 64. Okay, and then go to the next icon underneath the TV one. So these are the dimensions of the camera at the very end. So I'm going to change them to 1000 by 1000. You can really change these to whatever you want, however big you want your image to be. And then go to output and click the file format and change it to PNG, and then click RGBA. Now go to the last icon underneath that one. You're going to want to scroll all the way down to the bottom and check off denoising. Okay, so now we're ready to import your actual character with your head as well as the background. So go up to File, Import, Wavefront OBJ, and then go over to Geometry, and you're going to want to click on it and check off Split by Group. Then find your character, the OBJ one, and hit Import, and your character should load in. So now I want to get the head onto your character. So hit B and select just the head, or you could click the head and then shift click all the other items. I'm not going to use the sparkles, I just don't want them. And then hit move. If you have that problem where the arrows aren't on the object you're moving, just right click on the little circle wherever the arrow is, the little white circle, and then hit origin to geometry. So we're going to select all of that, and then we're going to move it. We hit set origin to geometry. So once you have the head on to the body, you can go ahead and delete your other character by hitting X and then delete. So now that you have your character, it's time to import your GFX background. So go up to File and then Import Wavefront. Check off the same thing with Geometry Split by Group. It should already be checked, honestly. Then find the model saved, and then find the room that you saved, and make sure it's the one that's .obj, not the MTL one. Make sure it's the OBJ one. Click it and then hit import, and your room should import. So now is the fun part. It's time to pose your character. So this part is honestly so easy. You've done all the hard part, don't worry. So to pose, as you can see, you have all these black lines around your character. I think these are like the rigs, I don't honestly know. but to pose, let's start with the arm. So you just left click on one of the black lines so that it's highlighted like that, and then go to rotate. Just click anywhere in the middle of that little circle and move to move your arm. I'm actually going to move the head a little bit more. So to do that, just click on a hat or a part of the head, and then I'm going to select the head part, and I'm just going to, I'm going to move it a bit more to the right. I think it looks kind of weird. And then I'm just going to rotate it a bit more like that. So then once you have a pose that you want, now it's time to move your character onto the actual background and take the picture. So again, to move, hit B, select your whole character, go to move, and then use the arrows. Go down to the bottom where it says add, go up to light, and then click on sun. So then you should find a little orb of light somewhere. Here's mine. So just click and move it. You want to put it like up a little bit and close to your character, but not super close. So I'm gonna put mine like over here-ish. You feel me? I think that's pretty good. You do it like there, and then you're gonna want to click rotate and click anywhere in the middle and just drag it. So I'm gonna aim it like maybe like there, like kind of at her face, maybe there. And if you're curious to see what it looks like when it's rendered, go down to the bottom right and click on this little like looks like a bubble kind of, and it'll show you what it looks like when it's rendered. So this is where you can like adjust the lighting and stuff, see where it looks good. As you can see, it's pretty dark, so I'm gonna adjust the lighting real quick. Make sure the sun is selected, and I'll show you how to do that. So if you scroll down and go down to this little light bulb icon, it's like green. You can change the strength. I'm gonna see what like 2.5 looks like. I might make it brighter, honestly. I'm gonna make it 3. You can also change the color, the tone of it. So if you want to make it like a bit more pink, which I think I'm going to do that. I'm gonna make it like a pinky tone, and then you can see what that looks like. I'm definitely going to adjust the position of the lighting. I think it's a little too shady on the now, and you can move it around. You can go back to the regular mode by clicking on the little bubble that's next to that one, and you're back in normal mode. Okay, so now that you've figured out the lighting and everything should be looking good, it's now time to take the picture. So in order to get to the camera, click on the add button and go up to camera. Then go up to this little camera icon under the hand, and you should enter camera mode. So to move, it's the same controls, the shift and squiggly button and the WASD, shift to move faster. So then you can move to wherever you want. I want mine to be pretty up close and personal. Something like that. You're gonna go again, click on this to see what it's going to look like if you're curious. So once you're happy with how it looks rendered, it's now time to actually render it. So go up to the top where it says render and then click render image. And then your image should start rendering. So it should start rendering just like this. And depending on the size of your GFX, it'll take longer than others, but I will speed this part up so you're not completely bored. So once your photo is finished rendering, go up to image and hit save. And then just feel free to save it to wherever you'd like on your computer.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.